Hey, this is Chuck, and you are listening to Fans with Bands, the podcast where we talk to the fans and the bands they dig about life, music, and whatever the hell else we want to talk about. Today on Fans with Bands, we are talking to Salvation's End. Check it out.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, see, isn't that nice? Recording in progress.
That is nice.
Yeah. So, hey, this is Chuck with Fans with Bands, and I am talking to Brandon, Tim, Dave, Sean, and TJ from Salvation's End. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, what's going on?
Doing good, man.
What's up?
Awesome. And we also have a fan, Krystal. Krystal, how's it going?
It's going good.
Excellent. Fantastic. So, Tim, I got to thank you so much for reaching out because somehow I totally got out of the loop as to Salvation's End. And, that, I listened to the song Monarch and I was like, fuck, this is so awesome. Because it has that, the classic clean vocals, which were fantastic. And then the riffs, that dark melodic sound, which I love, which reminds me of Nevermore. Just that powerful, heavy, brooding music with the clean vocals. So it's a fantastic combination, one of my favorite combinations of metal music. So thank you so much for bringing that to my attention. And then I realized that TJ was in the band, and not, no disrespect to everybody else, but fucking heard TJ play with Halloween and Euphoria, and I'm a huge fan of yours, man. So happy about this band and happy to talk to you guys.
I appreciate it, man.
So
And even the words that you use to describe the band is pretty spot on too, because TJ and I had the biggest hand in writing Monarch, and obviously Rob Halford is my idol. Priest is my favorite band, and him, Nevermore, and Loomis. So you pretty much nailed it.
Jeff Loomis is the reason that I'm a guitar player nowadays, much like Halford is more than likely the reason he's a clean singer nowadays. So
yeah, well, back in the day when I first heard the first Nevermore album and I heard Jeff Loomis playing, I'm like, oh my God, that guy. And then, combined with World Dane was like, Jesus Christ, this is, match made in heaven. So I'm stoked that you guys are doing this type of music because I love it. So you got the one song Monarch, but where's the rest? I mean, I know you had an album prior. I did listen to that and it's really cool, but I think you've stepped it up on this new song. The production just alone is much better than the last album. And then, Tim, with your vocals. So I'm curious, when's the rest of that package coming out?
So the goal is probably somewhere in the February range for us to release the remainder of the EP. I know we've had a couple setbacks as far as getting the next tune out there, but the next single we release is going to be the title track for the EP. Yeah, I'm telling it.
Yeah,
it's going to be called The Architect.
Awesome.
That's going to be the name of the EP, and that's going to be the next song we put out. And if you guys catch us out there live, that's our closer. That's a song that we play last, and
probably one of the heavier ones too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, if you thought Monarch was heavy, this is a completely different animal.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Holy crap.
Yeah, completely different.
Really in your face, really riffy driven. It's it still has melodic moments to it, but I would say it's more like borderline thrash.
Oh shit.
It doesn't have as many high notes, but it's still pretty cool.
Yeah, if you like that sort of thing.
It's something you take into battle for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So like end of January, maybe beginning of February is the realistic time frame for the entire EP to be out, and then Architect maybe hopefully
Couple weeks.
Oh,
before we
cool.
put Architect out. Yeah.
Yep.
Fantastic. Well, I can't wait to get the whole thing, man. I'm hoping you'll have it on Bandcamp or somewhere where I can buy it and download it and enjoy.
Probably gonna be
everywhere.
Apple, Amazon.
Yeah, pretty much everywhere you can get music.
Shit, we can give it to him early for $100.
There you go. Now that's a bargaining guy right there. Fuck
I'm
yeah.
talking about.
Hey, we got to eat.
That's right. So I want to kind of step back and get kind of the backstory because in researching you guys a little bit, there's obviously been a a change in the in vocals and some other arrangements. So how did the current incarnation of Salvation's End get together, and what was the idea behind that?
Well, yeah. So what ended up happening was, when I was in Halloween, we did a European tour back in 2012, and when I got back, I was so inspired.
Let's quick little flex.
Quick little flex. When we got back, I was just like so inspired that I wanted to kind of write my own music, and I'm more into like the modern, heavier stuff, so like Nevermore and Symphony X, and bands like that's very guitar-driven stuff. So I started writing what would be the first album, and actually one of the songs we do live right now was the first one that he and I worked on ever together. And
in 2012.
2012. Yeah. And then pretty much what happened is that I just don't think we were really ready at that point. We had a lot of stuff we were doing and working on.
Yeah, and at that point, I was real early on in even exploring these type of vocals, because prior to this, I was a death metal vocalist for my entire time. Yeah. So like,
I still don't believe it. I haven't heard it.
I've shown it to you.
That's not.
But I was a death metal singer prior to this, and like my heart has always been in like this style of vocal. Even as a death metal singer, I was only a death metal singer because that's the only way you could be in a band. Because aside from like my buddy's band Wolfhook, there was nobody else doing it.
Yeah.
And then like going and seeing them live, I was like, holy shit, people actually like this. I'm just gonna rip high notes, I guess.
Well, eventually what ended up happening was I, released the first album with, session vocalists and a couple of session musicians. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And I don't know, I think about 2019 is when Tim and I like started talking again. It's like, okay, I really want to take this and turn it into like a live band. That way we can actually play out some of these songs and write other ones, to keep it going. Because the first album was good. I thought we had a solid product there.
Yep.
But I'm always trying to push the envelope like more, and all of a sudden I met Dave, and
that was funny.
The three of us were all in a band together, and that wasn't working out so well. So like with me and TJ, because me and TJ talked originally about teaming up for the first album, but at the time I didn't think I was gonna. I felt like it was more suitable for a traditional power metal singer, which I'm not. And
I joined based off an email.
Yeah.
Oh, that was what he is, dude. That was like that's one of my favorite stories to tell, because I sent him Monarch, like the rough demo of it.
Yeah.
Dave was just like, I don't know, man, because he only met me like 2 or 3 times. So he's just like, I don't know, man. And he's like, how's his music sound? And he sent him Monarch, and
I had to work at 4 a.m. the next day, and I was on the phone with this guy like at midnight, like, no, doing this. Call Sean. Yeah. Call Nick before you.
What ended up happening was he told me that he got a call from him like 45 seconds later after he listened to the track. He's like, I'm in. That was it. I'm in.
So the way it worked was like, I guess TJ wanted to move from a studio project to a full functioning live band. We were all in a different band together. Me, Sean, our old guitar player Nick. And things were working out well, and TJ got a hold of me, and it was just like the right time. Like he was like, "Hey, I'm thinking about making this a full-fledged thing. Would you be interested in doing it now?" And I was like, "Funny you should ask, because like 4/5 of our current band wants to start a new band, and we're looking for a new guitar player. So why don't we just team up and it seemed to work out?"
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Why don't we tell your story? You've got like the story of like. You hear me that? I don't know. You got a cool story.
Yeah. So the way I met Tim and TJ, the previous band Tim and I were in, Dave was in it too. TJ was actually the original guitar player when I joined that band, and he left. And our old guitar player Nick is actually replaced TJ. Funny enough.
Yeah.
I met the band through Craigslist.
Actually,
I'm the only one who didn't really meet organically. I mean, TJ, Brandon, obviously cousins. Tim, Dave, they met through mutual friend Kyle. I met everyone through just just by chance, really.
And then he showed up, and like, how old were you at the time?
I was 19 at the time,
and I did not believe it. I'm like, let's see your ID, dude. I was like, he's 14. Dude.
Yeah, he's like,
get out of your parents know you're here.
He's our baby Jason Newsted.
Yeah, I came from playing a bunch of punk bands actually before I was in metal bands. Like what Tim was saying about death metal vocals, like when he was like, I couldn't join any like metal bands with clean vocals. It was like I couldn't join any metal bands because I didn't know any metal people. I was stuck in punk for a while, so it's nice being in an actual metal band.
Right. Well, and I have to imagine that's kind of the intensity, the aggression of punk, and then put it in with the kind of like the technical, because the music you guys play is fairly technical. So it's got to be a good melding to have that aggression, but then just kind of amp it up and put some really cool technical riffing in there.
That's what was always missing for me playing punk. I always miss like the technicality of it and the musicianship. Like punk has like great songs,
Oh, yeah.
Like musicianship was also very important to me.
And that's also kind of a cool dynamic that Sean adds to this band is like having punk roots, like someone just playing like,
way more aggressive.
It's different like than a lot of metal bass players. And even like his stage appearance, like his stage presence, like his punk roots kind of show through in a really cool way. Kind of like in an Iron Maiden, first 2 Iron Maiden albums way. And it's really cool.
He's definitely a bass player you're going to pay attention to.
Well, yeah, that's the thing is that I was so used to kind of being the only guy that really moves on the stage, with like Halloween and everything. It's like me and Brian. But I get to jam with these guys and all 4 of the people in front move. And I'm like, oh my God, the energy is just so like intense.
Yeah.
At our last show, I had not 1, but 2 mouthfuls of sweaty ass hair.
So Brandon, how did you end up getting into the fold?
Well, it was cool. Yeah. So me and TJ were in a band with Brian Thomas from Halloween. We were in a band called Ass for like 7-8 years.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of experience playing together, and also me and TJ were cousins. Obviously, we grew up really close. Really good family, and
cool.
We started playing guitar kind of at the same time, and it's for a while he was trying to get me to jam with Salvation Zen, and our writing styles and our style of playing we play really well together, but I just never thought that I would really be a good fit. And then finally he talked me into coming to a practice, and we played a couple songs, and then it's just been gung-ho ever since,
Nice.
Yeah. Again, like Brandon is a piece that we needed that we didn't even know we needed. Like the energy with him, like Nick previously was great. Like we had a great time jamming and everything, it was working, but like the dynamic that Brandon added just from like a weird, like blood related lock that these two have on guitar, and then just like the energy on stage was a boost that we didn't even know that we needed, and we ended up getting.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah. So I'm curious, like what I have some ideas, but what band or musician like influenced each of you to want to become a musician yourselves?
We'll start with you, B. We'll go this way.
Oh, dude, Alexi Lejo for Chiller Bodum all day.
Oh.
That is all-time favorite guitar player. Rest in peace.
Yes.
But I was crushed when unfortunately he passed away. But it's the dynamic of his element as a musician has just always inspired me to just be a part of music in general, even vocally too, because I try to scream as well, I guess, but guitar playing was always Alexi Lejo. And I'm also influenced for Bullet by Valentine, Love Patch. He's a monster. It's 100%.
Awesome. Sean?
I started with like classic rock, actually, like Kiss, Aerosmith, AC/DC. Motley Crue though is my favorite band of all time.
Nice.
For sure.
Very nice.
Yeah. I also loved Johnny Cash back in the day. Started playing guitar out. My mom's stepdad, he was like a bluesgrass guitarist. So
really?
It really inspired me.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Fucking ass.
It does. Yeah. Very underrated. So
hell yeah.
My main influence, Lars Ulrich, my second father. I've been watching the box set for Live Shit Binge and Purge once a week since I was probably 2 years old. I still watch it once to this day. He lived with me. He can back me up on that.
It's 3 times for sure.
Nothing. I don't know. I'm just a Metallica diehard fan.
But it's crazy because like when you hear you're playing, like I know, trust me, I know like that's your second father, but like it's crazy. Like you're a way different drummer than Lars, but in a way it's really cool.
So watching Lars play when I was a little kid, and my dad had I had a Tama, what is it? A Tama Swing Star, an 80s Tama Swing Star kit when I was 2 years old. And watching that live footage of Lars just beat the shit out of that Art Star 2. I've been wanting it since I was a little kid. I got something similar now. Shit, when did I get that? 2 years ago? I don't even play it. I just got it to look at. But he's the only reason I played drums. Like, that's why I started in the first place. Like, don't get me wrong, I have a lot of other influences and stuff like that. But
for sure,
my main right there, Lars Ulrich, Metallica.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I can go on for hours. So.
Oh yeah.
You can skip over him.
Yeah, mine's fairly obvious.
Yeah.
If you listen to Monarch, obviously mine is Rob Halford.
Yeah.
Like, not only is he my favorite singer, he's my favorite mammal. And I've got 2 kids.
There's nothing wrong with having a little bit of man love, man. It's okay.
Like Halford is the best. Like back in 2000, my dad took me to my first concert, which was the Brave New World tour for Iron Maiden.
Oh, nice.
And I was super excited to see Maiden, and then it was Maiden, Queensryche, and then Halford, his solo band. And they opened the show, and like I'll never forget like being a kid and seeing that leather-clad stud walk out right to the middle of the stage and start blasting those highs like for the song Resurrection. And I was like, that's the only thing I want to be when I grow up. I want to be Rob Halford. So yeah, Halford, that's my main guy.
Who's your second?
Dickinson.
Dickinson?
Okay,
oh.
Third, the Ripper. Tim Owens.
Tim Owens, yeah. Tim Owens.
Who we are opening for tomorrow, and I'm very excited.
I know.
Look, I just gotta bring some heat. We're playing the Ripper's funeral tomorrow night. We smell nothing but love, though.
Yeah. That's it for me. Halford, Bruce, and Tim Owens. Those are my guys. And then obviously, what kind of metal singer would I be if I didn't mention Dio?
I was gonna say, because I was gonna ask you, because I hear a little bit of Dio in some when you get away from the highs, you have a little bit of that
crooning.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
that's
a good. Yeah, that's a good word for it. Yeah.
Yep. And that's like a different approach I try to take, because to me, I try to avoid all like the typical power metal stereotypes that you expect about a power metal singer. So like a lot of my singing that isn't all highs, I try to take almost like a crooner approach to it and really play with notes and play with tones and just do some things that aren't as typical for a metal singer. Sometimes well received, sometimes it's not. But yeah, that even like I said, like a Dean Martin Sinatra-esque mindset to some of the choruses. Yeah,
hell yeah. So TJ, I already know, but go ahead and
Jeff Loomis, Nevermore, obviously is a huge one. Michael Romeo, they're absolutely incredible. That guy is a monster songwriter. Who I'm really getting into is Exmortis lately. Exmortis, those guys are absolutely insane.
Yes, dude, I saw those guys open up for Cannibal Corpse in Toledo. Fuck them. It was the first time I ever saw him. Blew me away. I was like,
yeah, I swear, Conan is like modern.
Their guitar player's name is Conan.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, that guy is incredible songwriter, and just watching that guy play, I learned so much. It's amazing. These guys got me into Black Dahlia more recently, and Brandon Ellis is absolutely amazing guitar player.
Yeah, I actually saw those guys in Detroit, and they kicked ass.
Black Dahlia.
Yeah, but I would have to say, obviously Chris Broderick and Gus G and some of like the modern virtuosos are pretty much what I'm into now. So I write guitar driven music, man. So I like listening to a lot of guitar driven music. So
yeah, there's I love it too. I'm nowhere near the virtuosity of you, but I definitely love listening to those guitar players and then thinking about what if I ever could play like that, but it won't happen. But it's awesome, man. So
see, I've always wanted to play guitar.
I tried once and it was too fucking hard, so I gave up.
I like girls.
And if you
so
play
I stuck
guitar,
with
you
drums.
gotta carry shit, which is a bummer too. So no thanks.
Yeah. Well, now you can just have like a one of those modelers and just carry that around and plug it into the PA and you're good to go.
Absolutely.
That's what he's got.
That's what I'm running. I'm running a Kemper profiling app, and Brandon's running a Line 6 Pod Go. And,
really? Awesome.
Great thing I've ever. Yeah,
They
greatest investment ever.
They bought cars. I had to buy a truck, and now I got to buy a trailer.
Yeah, the drummer always gets the shaft in the band. There's nothing, yeah. There's no way to downsize that thing.
Damn it.
So Tim kind of touched on one of the other questions I like to get into, and that's the first concert that you ever went to. So I know Tim went to see Halford. Dave, what was your first concert?
So there was a when I was I don't know, it's like between two. So when I was younger, there was a band called Hump.
New Kids on the Block.
I wish. No, there was a band called Hump. They were one of my neighbor's bands. That was like a battle of the bands thing. I think that was at the Token Lounge. But my first like real concert, it was Poison, Skid Row, and Vince Staples.
Really?
I don't remember the year that. Yeah, I
Wow.
do not remember what year that was.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it was. I'm not that old, so it probably wasn't that long ago.
Dave is actually 1 year older today. Yes.
Oh,
Today is
happy
David.
birthday, man. Happy birthday. Awesome. Hey, so we got somebody joined, Anthony.
What up?
What's happening, man? Do you go by Anthony or Tony?
Either
All
or.
right, cool. So how do you know these guys?
Brandon's actually my best friend.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Brandon's band.
Fantastic. So
Coming
we're
tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm coming tomorrow for sure.
Hell yeah.
So we were just going through first concerts. We heard Dave's first concert. How about Sean? What was yours?
It was Kiss at Cobo Hall, 2009.
Nice. Very
It was
nice.
Kiss Live, the 35th anniversary. That was sick.
Fantastic.
It was just Kiss? It was just, no, it was Kiss and Buckcherry. Unfortunately.
All right.
So yeah, just Kiss.
It's
Just
just
Kiss.
I heard
It
their
was
concerts
just
were loud.
Huh?
Their concerts were loud.
Oh, Kiss?
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty loud.
Yeah, that's
Seen them
cool.
twice, but yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, awesome first concert for sure.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Brandon, how about you?
So actually, like, I can't remember, but technically it was TJ's dad and my dad were actually in a band a long time ago called Sin City. And I was literally shitting in diapers when I went to their shows. Technically, that was my first show, but like my first real one, like not knocking off Dave, but it was Gigantour, I think 2008.
Wow.
2008.
2008, yeah. So Megadeth was headlining. Job for a Cowboy was
In Flames.
opening up. In
That was
Flames was
amazing.
second, but we really, like I said, Jonah Bottom is my all-time favorite band. Like,
Yeah.
so they were direct support from Megadeth, and it was funny story. Me and TJ were taking a piss. we were literally taking a piss, and we heard them open up with the song Six Pounder, and I couldn't even zip up quick enough to run out and just scream. It was the greatest moment of our lives. See my idol up there just in the flesh. It was, oh man, it was awesome.
R.I.P. Alexi.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously. All right.
Hell yeah. TJ, how about you?
All right. So my first concert was actually the same festival as Gigantour, but it was the first one in 2005, and that one was all of my favorite bands. I mean, I saw Symphony X, Dream Theater, Fear Factory, which I really dig those guys a lot.
Yeah.
And of course Nevermore. But I was 15 years old, man. I had short hair. I mean, I looked like a dork, dude. I swear to God.
I've got short hair right now. What a nerd.
Yeah.
You've got short hair.
Dude, but dude, I mean, I just
He
I did
gets his power coat on, and now he's over here just cutting us to pieces, dude. Where'd you get that?
but when it was crazy
God,
because
dang.
I remember going to the festival.
Was your Harley? Did you park your Harley outside?
Yeah, I did actually. Yep. No, but I remember going there, and I just seeing the atmosphere, I was just like, oh my God, this is incredible. Because, there's like a lot of metal fans that were just there, and it felt just different, So what ended up happening is, I was sitting in these seats, and Nevermore came up, and they closed with Enemies of Reality, and instantly I was just like, I want to play like that guy. So
awesome, man.
Brilliant.
So Anthony, how about you? What was your first concert?
My first concert was actually Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
It was a lot of fun.
It's funny that you said Job for a Cowboy, dude. That is one band that, and anytime they come through, I will never miss anything with Johnny Davey.
They've come a long way musically. I wasn't a big fan of them in the beginning because it was just constant.
When we went to go see them, they were just starting their whole death metal sound. Yeah. And they killed it that day. Yeah.
I don't even get excited for concerts anymore, but the ones that I'll always go see is the Black Dahlia, Metallica, Bullet for My Valentine. Carcass should be coming soon.
Yeah, Carcass, my God, dude. I'm a huge Carcass fan. Yeah.
Dude, that new album they came out with, dude, I mean, they stuck to their roots. I love it.
Yeah, me too. I got into Carcass when, because I struggled, like, around the time that Nevermore came out, so I'd been in, like, a kind of speed metal, thrash, power metal band, like, way back in the day. And then, like, early 90s, I think we broke up, like, 95. But around then, like, the only kind of metal that I was used to, like, Maiden and Priest and shit like that, right? And then had never listened to, like, we played with a bunch of death metal bands, but I really didn't get into them, except for one, Lucifer's Hammer. I don't know if you ever heard of that band, kind of a black metal band from Jackson. They're, if you look them up, they're crazy.
Is it Lucifer?
Yeah, Lucifer's Hammer. And then
Lucifer's
Lucifer's Hammer, and then the other one was Demented Ted from Chicago. If you ever find their album, it's fantastic. But anyway, I really didn't get into heavy music until a buddy of mine gave me At the Gates.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. The
Slaughter of the Soul.
The one before Slaughter of the Soul, that's when I got the one with the kind of that red hand. What's that name? It's got the beautiful wound on it. Anyway, and then Carcass, Heartwork. And I was like, what the fuck? This is so fucking awesome. So yeah, been a huge Carcass fan ever since. But anyway, I diverge. So Anthony, do you have any questions for these guys?
I have one question prepared.
All right, go.
In a free-for-all, who's coming out on top?
Between us?
100%.
Yep.
100%.
5 of you.
I'll put money down.
In a free-for-all. Now, Brandon, why do you feel that you would trump everybody else?
Because I dig sex. I'm just kidding. No, I just honestly.
I don't think so.
No, it's honestly, I just feel like I got what it takes, unlike these fucks.
There you go.
That's how it is,
That's
Squid Game, I'm on top.
Squid Game.
Students around GG's, bud. It's on me.
This was the missing link we needed.
Yeah, exactly. See, I would just wait for these guys to like beat the shit out of each other, and then I would. Okay, I'll take on whoever's standing last. Yep. Right. We got 5 members of the band for a reason.
Brandon's all tired out from dealing with the other guys, and then TJ walks over and goes, dude, you're done.
Yeah, dude, you're done, man. You're retired. Give me that belt.
That's awesome. So
they call that, Brandon, they call that big dick energy.
That's right.
Prove
it. Yeah. So kind of along the same lines as the first concert, what was the first either album, CD, tape, download that you guys bought with your own money, or it could have been gifted to you?
Okay.
Oh man, that's a good one.
Tim, how about you?
All right. So the first one I bought with my own money was Halford's Resurrection. It was after that. I was a kid and like I had an allowance and like mowing lawns and shit. Like I literally spent money on that one because after seeing Halford live, I was like, again, just blown away. Still am. Like every time I see Priest now, like when Halford walks on stage, I feel like somebody just poured a cold bucket of water on me. I get so fucking pumped to see Rob Halford. But
when did that album come out? I feel like
2000.
That was your first album
that I bought myself. I don't remember, dude. I thought you were like 40. I was up until then, like I was more into like sports and shit like that. Okay. So like, but yeah, like, and then I think the first album that anybody gifted me was my stepdad. I think he gave me an extra copy of Best of the Beast, the Iron Maiden greatest hits.
Yeah.
Which kind of got me into them too. So the first, I don't remember which one of those two I got first, but they're still the same two favorite bands I have now.
That right there was that
anything with Rob Halford singing and Iron Maiden.
No.
Awesome. Dave, how about you?
Shit, I wish Dad was here. I stole everything he had. If it came to Dawkins, Skid Row, Warrant, Cinderella was a big one. But the main one that sits on the mantle to this day is Injustice for All by Metallica. Nice. Kill 'Em All. Every Metallica album, I just had it at my disposal, so I could, from the day that I could walk.
That's what sucks about our show tomorrow is that, yay, hooray for us, we're opening for the, but we're up against Sebastian Bach in the 30-year anniversary of Slave to the Grind, and I want to go see that.
They're all going to be at our show.
That's right.
I know.
That's right. Sean, how about you?
TJ loves Sebastian Bach.
Yeah.
All right. Injustice for All. Who's next? He's got Sebastian Bach tattoo.
All right, so metalheads are gonna hate this, but the first album I ever bought with my own money was Black Veil Brides. We Say She's Ruins, the first album they ever released the day it came out.
Oh.
I listen. I know they're controversial. I fucking love Black Veil Brides to death.
Dude, can you edit this out?
Hey, dude, we're gonna get shit for saying Bullet for My Valentine, dude. We're right there.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess, but like, dude,
well,
Jinx, the guitar work on that album is phenomenal. The drumming, great. Everything about that album is awesome, and man, it's an awesome album.
Yeah,
highly.
There's nothing wrong with having like a diverse palette. So I always think unless somebody throws in Weird Al, and then I'm like,
well, dude, I'm just gonna say this too. There is no such thing as a guilty pleasure.
That's right.
Dude, I listen to gangster rap more than anything. Like, it is unreal how much I listen to. Yeah, rest in peace.
Brandon, how about you, man?
So I'm in the same boat as Dave. My dad really, grew up shoving like 80s glam metal down my throat. Not really, I wouldn't really consider Skid Row as glam metal, but like I really like, Poison, Warrant, like you said.
Yep.
Skid Row, I'm a huge Skid Row fan as well. But first album I definitely bought with my own money was A Day to Remember's Homesick when they came out in, I think, 2000.
I remember.
Something like that. Yeah, Anthony was actually there with me. Yeah, we were there. We bought the deluxe. It came with, it had the whole CD, which was amazing, along with their live set in Switzerland. And it also had this like...
Is that the one that's a 2-pack?
Yes.
I have that in the closet.
It's a 2-pack, and it had like an eight episode like show of like their recording of Homesick, and it was just it was really cool to like. So obviously, I'm a huge day. I'm repping them right now. I love A Day to Remember. Jerry McKinnon, if you listen to this, I love you. But it's just really cool. It's just to see like the type of musicians they are outside of the music. Just to see like because I relate to a lot of them too. Like personality wise, how they joke around with their friends. Anthony can abide that too. Like it's really cool. A Day to Remember Homesick for me, 100%.
Fantastic. TJ.
So the first album I ever bought was Paradise Lost by Symphony X. I remember I had some cash saved up from Christmas, and I went out and I just bought it. And then I had even more cash left over, and I think you'll remember this.
Yep.
I spent over $120 on Bodum CDs.
Every single was available.
Everyone. I mean, it was what was it, FYE or whatever it was. I cleared them out completely.
Yep. He bought all those CDs and went right to his mom's van and just blasted it.
It was great. I was like 16 years old. It was awesome,
It was
dude.
sick, dude.
Yeah.
Your mom's going, why?
Yeah. Just like, man, don't you got anything like nice to listen to? I was like, what are you talking about? This is nice. Listen to that guitar tone.
Yeah.
Turn up the
Just coming back to the van, like, turn that shit off.
Your dad would be like, cut those mids.
Yeah.
Go back sit in the river.
Yeah.
Anthony, how about you, man? What was the first album you bought?
First album I ever bought would probably be, as far back as I could think, was probably saved up dollars and dollars, just getting dollars here and there. Bought Linkin Park Meteora.
Oh, nice. Yeah, hell yeah. Very nice.
One of my favorite albums of all time.
Yeah, that's a damn good album, man. Fuck yeah.
And then as far as like got for free, like what did we not pirate with LimeWire?
Oh yeah.
Your computer aids.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. When that shit happened, man, the whole fucking universe became right in our face.
Absolutely.
So if you guys could go anywhere in the world and play with any band, who would that be? So let's start with Dave. If you play anywhere in the world and you could you're jamming with any band, who would that be?
Either Bora Bora or Hawaii. So let's start with that.
All right.
Then I want Metallica to be direct support for us. That right there.
Yeah, it's a free
I
flow.
got to stay with on stage, baby.
Brandon, how about you?
Oh man, dude. Unfortunately, that'll never happen, but definitely Bodum. Even if it's direct support or if we're opening up for them, that's always been a dream of mine.
Nice.
I would also love to tour with After the Burial. I'm a huge fan of them. Nice. Their guitar is just chef's kiss all day. Also Bullet too. Like I said, I mean, just the vibes they get up on stage and like their the crowd participation as well. It would just be amazing to be a part of that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Sean.
That's a good question. I don't know. Let's say
Dead or alive. Do we do both?
It could be yeah, it's a total fantasy. So it could be a band
Dead or alive.
Yep.
Finland with Death, because who doesn't like Finland and who doesn't like Death?
Oh,
Death is
yeah. That's a great idea.
Stop lying.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
TJ hasn't even started yet.
No, man. I'm not gonna top that.
I think I got it. Hold on.
All right. Go for it. Go for it, Tim.
Okay. Vakken
Dokken.
right before Judas Priest. The Judas Priest thing is obvious. But like, yeah, Vakken, main stage Vakken, right before Priest. That way we can watch them from the side of the stage and I can ask Rob Halford to be the godfather of my children.
There you go.
Yeah. And then also somewhere on the bill earlier in the day would have to be Ice Nine Kills, who's a band I've recently gotten into that I fucking love, and it'd be sweet to watch them too.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Sean. Sean showed me them. And there's nothing about that band I should like. When he showed it to me, I was like, play that again. I fucking love those guys. So yeah, Vakken with Ice Nine Kills somewhere in the mix for us to be able to watch. But us right before Priest. On the main stage of Vakken.
Nice. And TJ.
I would love to tour Japan with Obscura. I would love that so much. I love Obscura. I would love it to be us, Obscura, and Exmortis.
Oh,
that would
man.
be
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have to headline all of these except for Tim, because I guess for him,
Yeah,
we're not that good.
We are never will. No, we will always be drunk for Priest. If we were ever in a position where Priest could open for us, I would deny it because no. When Rob Halford sings, Rob Halford sings last.
So Tony or Anthony, where would you like to go to a show anywhere in the world, and who would you like to see?
If I was musically inclined, I would say the best bet for me would say be in a band with all my friends, just touring America.
Awesome.
Like, that would be awesome to just experience.
And who
Being
would
in a band with all your friends.
who would you like to tour with? As
A lot of work. A lot of work.
Man, definitely a day to remember. I would love for a day to remember.
Oh,
to
hell
be
yeah.
there.
That'd be awesome. Oh
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
Very cool. Awesome. So I was kind of curious about, still thinking about the music thing, and do you have any places in Michigan that you feel is a venue that is, really receptive to local music that you would, want to promote?
Machine shop. That's
Yeah.
always going to be.
Yeah.
There's quite a few like fan friendly venues.
Yep.
But I don't know. This is a tough one to answer. Like Road Rangers has always been cool, even though they're ghosting us right now. I'm trying to get us booked there sometime in February or March. Like, they've always been real cool. John Anton at the Token, obviously.
Yeah.
They got a local legend. Like he's always been cool to work with.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of cool venues like that are pretty band friendly. Like the New Dodge, we just played there. Like they were really easy to work with. Super cool.
Mm-hmm.
As far as venues that we want to get to in Michigan, like we're open for business. We're really willing to go anywhere. For me personally, like I really want to get to the music. What was it called? Music Factory in Battle Creek.
Right. Yeah.
We could have played there tonight, but we didn't get enough notice that we got accepted to be on the bill.
Oh yeah, until like
yesterday.
Literally yesterday.
Geez.
But the Music Factory in Battle Creek, and then I also feel like for us, like Metro Detroit bands, Grand Rapids is probably a pretty untapped market. Like, that seems like an awesome scene.
It is.
Yeah, there's a really great venue out there, but I can't
The
remember.
Orbit Room?
I don't think it's that one.
Where?
It's like a
Grand Rapids.
Oh, intersection.
Intersection.
Yeah, the intersection. I think.
Yeah,
The
like-
intersection, yeah.
So, like, the western side of the state, I know this is, I'm not even answering your question. Around here, a lot of the venues are pretty cool.
Yeah.
But western side of the state is kind of where I would like to get us next, because I feel like for a band like us, like whether you like us or don't like us, we're pretty unique.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna stand out, and I feel like if the more markets we could tap into, the better, because that's kind of been my focus, trying to get us booked, is to try to get us a little bit of everywhere. Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, like
Yeah.
try to get us a little bit in Western Michigan too, because Western Michigan is honestly, like, if we want to make a little run, is kind of a necessary gateway for us, where we could hit a Battle Creek or hit a Grand Rapids on our way to Indiana or Illinois.
Yeah.
Eventually, what I'd like to have us do, if these guys would agree with me, eventually I'd like to get out to like California, because the thrash scene out there is absolutely insane. There's like so many good bands out there.
Yeah.
I can imagine like opening like Warbringer would just be.
They would kick us out so fast. We would not be allowed back.
Nope.
Motley Crue.
But yeah, like, as far as around here though, as far as like, and at least in my opinion, I don't know if you guys can think of any others, like the John at the Token has always been an absolute, thanks to John, tomorrow's going to be the first day that my kid gets to come watch us perform live, and
that's really cool.
And Dave,
Awesome.
Dave's kid's gonna come and be able to see us live, just because John's just a really cool guy. The Token's a really cool venue. Like they're a lot. I can't think of a venue specifically that is not band friendly. Like sometimes there could be promoters that are not necessarily band friendly, but I mean that's kind of their job. They're trying to make a living too. But
Dude, my top 3 in Michigan, dude, is Machine Shop. Believe it or not, the Crowfoot Ballroom. That's always a nice
Crowfoot's
place.
cool place.
I haven't played there yet. But that's on my.
Dude, I've been pretty fortunate with the amount I've been able to play in the state. But definitely Machine Shop. You don't ever lift a finger there, man. You need help with gears. You don't touch it.
And they're super cool people there. Super cool. Yeah.
Their music, they're all music guys. Yeah, I did. I did play DTE. Shit, when was that? Like a month or two ago?
yeah, no big deal.
No big deal.
No big deal.
No, DTE was pretty awesome.
I helped him. I was roadieing for Dave when he was playing with his other band there, and they thought I was a musician too. And I was carrying his drums. Like, you don't got to carry that, dude.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, the crew there was
whatever.
I got out of his job.
The crew at DTE was amazing. It was tremendous.
I would have helped, but Judas Priest was in town that night, so I had to tell Dave, I'm like, best of luck to you, buddy. But I'm going to see help.
I do got a video. It took 5 people to move that drum set forward. I got that on video.
So
Dave
Dave,
got a little bit confusing. Dave is also in another band.
Yeah.
so what band was playing at DTE, Dave?
The Creeping Chaos. That's the one that I.
I've heard of that band. Awesome, fantastic.
Super enthusiastic. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Well, we're here for a different reason.
I was so proud of you. That's dope.
I appreciate it.
No, fuck them.
So
I mean, the one stage that I don't like the venue, but the one stage that me and Brandon played that we actually really enjoyed, even though it was kind of a shit show, was Harpo's. We played that main stage, and that was just being on that stage was amazing because all of our guitar heroes were pretty much on that stage at one point.
That was definitely a privilege.
Yeah, until we got done playing.
I don't know if so we're also pretty young. It's like if you've ever seen that SpongeBob episode. That's what they need to do with Harpo's. Push it and get it somewhere else. That place has so much potential, man.
It does.
Oh, I know. I saw Deicide there. It was a couple years ago now.
Hell yeah.
3-4 years. But I
That
was
Harpo's engine sounds dangerous.
Yeah, I was sad. I was sad at the condition because there was a heavy mold smell in there, and I'm like, because I remember back in the day, dude, I saw fucking Anthrax open for Raven there, and Armored Saint, and I saw At the Gates there, I saw Dissection there, I saw Morbid Angel there, fucking yeah. So
well, a fun fact for you: that mold smell, it's still there.
Yeah. I saw Bottom there 2012, and the mold was still there, and someone got shot. Someone got shot that.
I saw. I think. I don't know. A few months before everything got locked down, I think I saw Destruction there. Destruction, Wordbringer.
Oh.
Jungle Rot. I remember walking a bit with the girl I was dating at the time. I just took a big whiff. I was like, "Yep, that's not normal."
Well,
after this comes out, we're definitely not going to be allowed to play there.
Yeah, we do love you, Marcos. We're happy to play there.
Just fix the.
I was gonna say I don't think Roosevelt's going to be listening, but if he is, he'll let it slide. But anyway, I wanted to let you guys know that my kind of a fun fact: all of my major injuries in the pit have occurred at Harpo's. Had my knee dislocated at Overkill, and my nose broken at Grip. So there you go.
The worst thing I've ever seen from on stage was way back in the day in 2004. Like in my first band I was ever in, we opened up for Evergrey, Bodum, and Iced Earth on Iced Earth's.
Interesting lineup.
Iced Earth is awesome.
With the Ripper, it was with the Ripper, the Glorious Burden tour. And I watched somebody take off their boot and beat somebody with it in the pit while we were on stage. And at the time, I think I was like 16. I wasn't trying to process that. Should I tell somebody? Please or something?
Dude, you remember at DTE when we saw Bodum at Gigantour? This lady was getting carried out on a stretcher, and her leg was shaped like a lightning bolt. Ooh. It was just, dude. It was so, dude.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
She should have been standing there,
dude.
It was so bad. That was very brutal. I mean, that was insane. I've never seen.
Because after that, the mud pies kept getting flown around. Everyone just kept ripping out chunks of grass and just chucking it.
I swear to God, I think somebody was started it, and they were trying to throw it at the band just so they get noticed.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
It's hard to do that from the grass, but yeah.
Hey, I give them props for thinking they can't. Okay?
Everybody in the grass takes Slayer and just shoots mud pies everywhere they go.
That was an insane.
It's tremendous.
Yeah, that was an insane time.
So guys, I really appreciate you being on Fans with Bands. Fantastic to talk with you. I've got one last question. It's sort of controversial, so hopefully it won't break up the band.
If it's Metallica or Megadeth, Metallica is holding the crown.
I was about to say Anthony kind of knocked it out of the park with the Free for All, who would come out on top. All
right, let's see.
No, the question is, pineapple on pizza or no pineapple on pizza?
Hell yeah! Pineapple on pizza, of course.
Go ahead, B.
Absolutely not.
Hell no. Absolutely. All right, go ahead, Sean. Say your wrong answer.
All right, well, these two can go to fucking hell. Yeah. Pineapple on pizza is the fucking best pizza. Yeah. Fuck you if you disagree.
That shit is the mad no.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely not.
Oh man, you can't even say no because I had pineapple on the pizza. You're a fucking house.
Hey, we're better talk. We're in a dead time right now. tiebreaker, TJ.
All right, so for me, absolutely. I love
God,
it.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, dude, pineapple and jalapeno peppers.
Oh,
Hell, I'm not coming.
Delicious.
I'm not coming to Christmas anymore.
You're coming to fight for my birthday party.
Fuck that. You're not getting a Christmas card this year.
Hey, anybody that's listening and looking for a singer, let me know. Hit me up.
Anthony, how about you? It sounds like you're.
Oh, definitely
Yeah?
pineapple on pizza.
All right.
God damn it.
Wow, you guys are really low in that ranking.
B.
Wow.
Pineapple, bacon, and jalapeno.
Right?
I'm gonna even it out for Tim and Brandon because I say fuck pineapple. Fuck that.
Hell yeah. So here, we're going to have a pay-per-view event probably in the next week or so. So you'll be able to catch that free-for-all. Yeah. And the losers have to eat the kind of pizza they don't like.
There you go.
And yes, there's a pizza place in Westland called Taste of 80s that I was looking forward to treating these boys to tomorrow.
Slice of
But
80s.
now it's just Brandon. Brandon, me eating those pizzas. Fuck everything.
Snap. Slice it. I used to work there. Fuck that place.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, don't worry about it. You ain't eating anyway, pineapple.
Hey Matt, if you're listening to this, fuck you. You're a horrible man.
Oh, great. Now we can't eat there.
Oh, we can't eat there anyway.
So anybody's got pizza in Westland. We're looking for a place now because I thought I had the right answer. Thank you so much, Axe.
Oh my God. Well, guys, thanks a lot. This has been awesome. I can't wait for the rest of the EP. And I will definitely come and check out a show. I can't make it tomorrow, but I will definitely be at one. So thank
December
you again.
10th at the Diesel.
All right, brothers.
And
Peace.
we're playing with
See you boys
Huron.
tomorrow.
Later. Thank you for having us.
See
Yeah,
ya.
yeah. See ya.
All right, later.
Thanks to Brandon, Tim, Dave, Sean, TJ, Krystal, and Tony for joining me on this episode of Fans with Bands. Check out the latest single from Salvation's End called Monarch off their upcoming album. For a blistering heavy metal experience, go see Salvation's End live on January 15th at the Vortex Concert Club in Akron, Ohio. These guys shred. You gotta check it out. These are tough times for everyone in the creative industries such as music. Your support of live streaming, purchasing music, and merchandise is critical. If you can help out your local artists, please do. If you are in the Michigan area, consider following the Playing in the Detroit Area Tonight Facebook page. It is a place for fans and bands to support each other and share our combined love of music. Thank you all so much for listening. Be sure to hit subscribe on your favorite podcast service to get each and every episode of Fans with Bands. Spread the word by rating the show and leaving a comment. We want to hear what you think. You can keep in touch by following us on social media. This is a Life in Michigan production. Until next time, be well and kick out the jams.